Welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name's Danny. I'm the owner of Amber and Oak, and in today's video I'm going to be diving into the subject of camaraderie and rivalry among fellow candle makers. I would love if you subscribed and gave this video a thumbs up. If you want to see more sit-down videos, small business vlogs, fragrance oil reviews, or anything of the sort, and let's hop right in. So this is a subject that I feel like many people don't usually talk about, or at least I personally haven't seen many videos with people talking about their feelings about this on the internet. This is my personal experience and opinion at this point in time, which is always subject to change as I grow as a person or as a business owner. So I feel like I don't even need to say that because things can always change. But I do feel very strongly about it right now, so I did want to show up with this just in case it might help anyone else out there and give you a different point of view. I think many of you will agree if you own a candle business or any product-based business where you are the sole creator, you come up with all the ideas yourself, you make all the products with your own two hands and with so much love, your business is your baby. It's easy to feel very protective and defensive over your ideas and your formulas and your processes for a really good reason. You spend lots of time and money on developing your own unique scent blends, collections, label designs, customer base, all the things that make your brand different and one of a kind. So of course, it's natural to be careful who you share your secrets with. But I do challenge you to think about the benefits of collaboration over competition. And I totally respect business owners who choose to keep to themselves and steer clear of getting close with the competition, because I truly feel like there is no right or wrong way. It's just what you're comfortable with and what you feel is benefiting your business and your emotional needs as a solo entrepreneur. I feel like this really resonates more with a small business because you, being the small business owner, to your customers, they're buying your product because it's, for one reason, it is a big piece of you. Obviously, it needs to be a valuable product. It needs to perform well. It needs to have something that people would like in their home that brings them joy. If it's a candle, it needs to smell good and it needs to maybe look pretty and aesthetically pleasing for someone to purchase it. But a really big reason why people purchase your product is because it came from you and it's supporting you and maybe your family, and there's a lot more of that like community behind, I think, small business sales versus big box stores. Before I started shopping small, or before I realized that candles that had paraffin wax gave me headaches and made me feel sick, I would shop at Bath & Body Works for their 3-wick candles, but I would also go to Yankee Candle and shop there for a different type of candle experience for different reasons. I loved them for different reasons, and I think that it's even stronger when you're a small business owner and you're selling handmade candles, is that a person is going to stay loyal to you as a customer if they love your candles, love your story, love your message, and you're creating a good product and you're continuing to grow and try to improve your product. That person is going to stick with you as a business and as like the person they go to get their candles from. So I think that it's something to feel confident about, is that no candle is exactly the same. Truth be told, we are not the first people who have made a candle before. We are not the first candle makers in the world. You know, it's not the first lemon lavender scented candle that you've had a customer smell before, but every lemon lavender candle smells a little bit different and may perform a little bit differently. But the key is that every candle is a little bit different depending on the environment it's poured in, depending on the temperatures and the fragrance oil percentages. So someone may use a totally different fragrance oil. Every lemon lavender fragrance oil I've smelled from different suppliers has smelled a little bit different. And then on top of that, the candle maker is blending it in their own way, maybe with another oil. So you're going to have a totally different product. And there are thousands and thousands of candle businesses out there. And if you look at it like this huge competition, it's going to kind of be a huge weight on your shoulders. But there are thousands and thousands of people who want to buy candles. It's really important, I think, to be strong in your own branding with your own unique touches to be able to maintain that and not overlap and just start seeing oh, they did this, so I'm going to do the exact same thing because that works and that's successful for them, because it ends up hurting your brand in the end, because it creates a lot of brand confusion for your customers. And of course, you know, as you're growing, as you are building your business, you try different things along the way, you switch it up, and that is totally natural and is the path to success in a way. But for example, when I'm creating a new scent, I try not to be surrounded by all this amazing inspiration from other candle makers. So I'll try to hone into nature, look at a blank notebook page and kind of go into my mind to come up with the idea for the new candle, or I will draw inspiration from other makers like books, authors, jewelry, something like that, instead of other candle makers to create a candle, if that makes any sense. So if you draw so much inspiration from other candle makers, your product is going to start to become more like them. I think. I don't know. I don't know all the answers. This is just what I personally do. I'm not the first person who has done like a nature book inspired candle, right? Like some of us are doing the same things, but in different ways, and they're always going to have that own unique touch and spin on it that is us. I don't know. Maybe it's silly of me to think this way, but I have really found a lot of emotional, support too from other candle makers, and I have like a couple close candle maker friends. Some are really local, and like one of my best friends is another candle maker, and I've really felt like the bond between us has only gotten stronger because of that, because there's no one else that locally, like in person, I can talk to about the really nerdy math stuff and candle making stuff, you know, and like sharing, like, hey, I have a couple fragrance oils I don't really like. Do you want them? Hey, have you tried this wick before? I'll give you a couple of mine. Like, imagine having that. If you don't, I am so grateful for that. And know that you can find this even if you don't live locally near another candle maker, and you can totally just connect with people on the forums and build relationships and bonds with them to help each other online as well. There are so many people out there. I'll list some forums in the description box below. I keep saying forums, but they're Facebook groups, but there's totally forums on Reddit too. But yeah, I'll list some of the Facebook groups down below. If you're not a part of them, it's a really great community to have. And of course, there's some bad eggs, of course. Everywhere you go, there's going to be some people who are nasty, and that's just something to be prepared for. But I think for the most part, it's been really helpful, and it's really nice to not feel so alone, especially with the admin stuff and like customer service. If you get in a bind and you're not sure what to do and you're first starting out, there's so much help on there. There's so much help to be given from other down-to-earth candle makers, and I am so grateful to have the connections that I do, and I cherish them so much. And I would say that they are truly some of my closest friends, because we're doing this. I mean, I don't know how your business is run, and maybe you have a full-time job still, but I'm lucky enough to do this full-time, and that consumes all of my thoughts every day. And to be able to talk to someone else about that who understands is so valuable. To be able to be two people who know how to communicate, or three people, or however many people are in your little candle making group. Maybe you're in a group text with a couple different candle makers, and you're all friends and you're all selling candles and making candles. It's important to know the line between like personal and business, and maybe some things that need to be kept respectfully to yourself that might hurt someone's feelings, and just to know, just to be aware, situationally aware, I guess, of other people's feelings, and just being mature about communicating and saying, hey, like, I don't, want to share this information, and respecting that and knowing that that's okay too, I think is really important, and in maintaining a healthy friendship with other candle makers. And to not let it affect your friendship when there's something that is purely business, you know what I mean? I think that's where things can get dodgy with certain people, and it takes a certain type of 2, 3, 4 people, however many people, like I said, are in your group, to be mature enough to communicate how they're feeling about certain things and to know what the line is, basically. So this was just a short little, I think it's short. I don't know. It could be long for you. Hopefully it was just the right amount of time of a little recap or my thoughts on what it's like to collaborate over feel like candle makers are competition and how it can be beneficial and something to think about as a candle business owner. Again, I respect your thoughts if you are someone who is like, this ain't smart. I'm going to keep it to myself. I don't want to share any of my information. I'm just going to do my own thing, stay in my own lane, and maybe make friends with the jewelry maker instead. And I totally get that. Just sharing why I love being friends with other candle makers and why I'm so thankful and grateful for those connections and how I feel like they help grow me and my business. So thank you guys so much for watching, for listening. I hope to see you in another video very soon, and have a great day.